way more important. YouTube's kind of becoming more about that as well.
Okay, I could do that. Yeah.
We were like you, man, like really a lot better at short form. Was that helpful?
Yeah, that was really helpful.
This is Ka, a content creator and volleyball coach with tens of thousands of followers across platforms. And even though he's growing on Instagram, he's struggling with YouTube and barely making $1,000 a month with his low-ticket school community. So in this 30-minute business breakdown, I'm going to be showing Ka exactly how to repackage his offer, blow up his YouTube, and hit consistent 20K months. Using the same systems and processes myself and my business partner Harris did to grow to millions of followers across platforms and six-figure months in a very similar niche. So if you don't know who I am, my name is Ottavio Zerbini, and I've worked with over 200 educational content creators and experts to help them monetize their expertise and scale to six figures a year. So let's get into it. I just want to kind of go over where you're at right now, and then we can talk about like what the plan is moving forward, right? So
Yep.
current business model, we're doing, it's between $27 and $39 per month. You're changing between it on the school
Yeah, I
community.
just switched it up. Yep.
Cool. And then ideal client is parents of volleyball players, 10 to 16, up to 18 in the US, Canada, are deeply invested in their child's volleyball journey. They already spend thousands each year on club fees, travel lessons, but they worry that their kids aren't improving fast enough, getting enough playing time. They want to be able to like have their kids play, grow in skill, and they're willing to pay for extra coaching. That's kind of like the ideal client. Aligned on that?
Yep.
Okay. Goal, you want to hit 20K a month, launch a new product potentially, and then just gain more subscribers, like you said. And then biggest problems right now is we're kind of struggling to scale beyond the current subscription model and get more people signed up, and then kind of unsure a little bit of what to do next. Whether we do like a subscription, try scale that, do we launch a new product, what do we do? Yeah.
Right. No, I think I've been doing the subscription model for I want to say 2 years, a little bit over 2 years now, and
Yeah.
I've stayed about the same each
Yeah.
month. It's like gone up a little bit, but it's been like 1 to 2K a month maybe, and not much has changed. My following has gone up continuously, so I do have a good like online presence. So I think there's just something missing here in terms of like making it connect better.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Cool. So my main solutions are to kind of go around shifting like just your mindset when it comes to growing the business, because I think that could help a lot. Just some key things on how you approach it in general. Not like general like mindset woo woo stuff, just like the beliefs you have around the business, I guess. And then
Gotcha.
your ideal client, because I think actually you want to shift from targeting the parents to targeting the kids, which is kind of
Mhm.
what you do already, but like just have that also like you
Right.
recognize that. And it also shifts from just like trainer to actual like someone who's building a program, an entrepreneur, right? We want to go over new content strategy. I think that'll really be a big driver, and like that's the biggest thing for us is just getting millions of views. And you have the potential to do that. Maybe the TAM, the total addressable market, isn't as big as ours, but you can still get like hundreds of thousands of views a video. Put
Mhm.
in a proper bullseye offer, and then create like a value video funnel, which I'll go through
Okay.
and then reprice as well on there. So yeah, we'll go through that. Sounds good?
Yep. Sounds good.
All right. So the take over the market plan, because generally, man, like you have everything it takes to be able to um, build a proper big YouTube channel within your niche and be one of the main channels there. First of all, we want to shift the mindset in the ideal client. So number one, you're not actually targeting the parents, man, and that's something you're doing even in your videos. Like this
Right.
is targeting, you're speaking directly to the kids, right? Hitting advice for
Yeah.
short kings, queens, like a 50-year-old mom of a, volleyball daughters, like not really like necessarily going to click on that video, right? But the daughter
Right.
who's a short queen is going to click on the video,
Yeah.
So like you're already targeting the kids. And that's what we do the same thing at ZTH. Like we target the actual kids themselves, and then they end up like, telling their parents and convincing their parents to buy. But that's how you get hundreds of thousands and build a huge channel and get hundreds of thousands of views, millions of views, right?
Right.
Is
Yeah.
targeting the actual kids, because they're the ones that are going to have the biggest need to improve, and especially in the age range like more towards like high school, middle school, where it actually matters more. Because to be honest, yes,
Exactly.
you mentioned 10 and 12 and that age range is within it, but really like the older they get, the more likely they are to pay for training and take it seriously if they're still doing it. Because the older they get, they're still doing the sport, the more seriously they take it, right? Because generally people stop doing sports when they get older unless they really take it seriously. And
Right.
so you're
Right.
talking that age range, which really it's going to be like the purchasing decision is going to be much more of like them deciding to do it and going to speak to their parents to get the money, or them getting their own money, especially since you're targeting the US and just buying it themselves, right?
Gotcha. Yep.
Rather than like, just targeting the parents, because that's usually you can do when the kids are more like 10, 12. But I think really your ideal customers for this are probably older, like 14 plus, right? Because then they're
Yeah.
taking it
That's
more
right.
seriously.
Yeah. That's right. Middle
They're
school,
going
high
to
school.
actually buy a course on it. And it's going to help build a huge following, target the kids, they'll find the money or convince their parents. Like we even
Mhm.
had like kids with the ZTH where it's like parents will reach out to, this is a bit ridiculous, but like parents will reach out to us like, hey, I'm so sorry, please can we get a refund? Like my son like stole my credit card to buy this because he watched my videos. Like so you wanna get like the marketing so good that that happens almost.
Okay, gotcha.
And that yeah, they asked this for like Christmas, they asked like I want cause course for Christmas. Like that's the type like how good you want the marketing to be around it. And which is
Okay.
what we'll cover here. Then mindset, the main thing is, man, like you've got a really solid base here, especially YouTube. You've got a solid base. We just need to be consistent, right? Like if
Yeah.
we look at like 3 weeks ago, a month ago, 3 months ago, 3 months ago, 4 months ago, 8 months ago, and I, of course I understand like life stuff happening, but like you can absolutely main thing is like you can absolutely build a 20K a month business with this and become one of the top channels within the volleyball niche, but it's going to require you to be consistent and find a way one way or the other, right?
Think YouTube is where I should focus because I built my following to like 11K subscribers just basically off shorts. 'Cause I just repost. I think I'm better at the shorts right now. Probably similar to Harris, and then he
Uh-huh,
eventually.
uh-huh. Yeah, we were like that in the beginning as well, to be honest. Like we
Yeah.
built
But
main our
should I
following.
focus more on the long form YouTube? You think that helps better
I
to
would do
or
both, man. I would do both. The main thing is like I see you're a little bit more consistent on Instagram, which is
yeah.
good. Um, so that like 6 days ago, then we have 7 days ago, we're posting like almost every day,
Right,
somewhat.
right.
So that's solid, and we'll talk a little bit about that and like strategy. But the main thing is, man, we've got to be consistent. Like, can we commit to? And I'll go over like the exact amount, but like we've got to be consistent on YouTube. Have a set amount of videos we post every single week that are consistent. The reason for that, because to be honest, if you look at Harris's channel, it's like you could say, Otavio, you're telling me this, but like Harris is like all over the place, right? A little bit. But the thing is, now we have a huge channel, and we genuinely put like a bunch of time into ideating the videos and
Yeah,
putting
yeah.
everything together, right? The team and all that too. So like it's a completely different stage of things because we're like putting a lot of effort and ideation into the videos and acting and all of that stuff, which because we know what works kind of and we can like predictably create good videos. Whereas when you're here, you really just want to get some like a predictable base off the ground of like
Hmm.
views coming in. And also like 3 months to post a proper long form is just it's just way too long too as well. Like we want a
Gotcha.
much shorter time there. Yeah.
Right. So we're focusing more, we're talking specifically long form. I should try to get more consistent with long
Yeah,
form.
because the short form is decent. Like you're decently
Gotcha.
consistent with this.
Okay, that sounds good.
We'll talk about the cadence exactly, man. But like, yeah, I'm saying more so long form. Like if we're
Okay.
consistent here as well, it'll help massively.
Okay, I could do that. Yeah.
We were like you, man, like really a lot better at short form and then went into long form, but long form now drives most of the sales
Oh, cool, cool. Okay, that's
because
good
you
to
can
know.
kind of transition that audience into long form. Short form is easier to get off the ground than long form, like long term, builds up like a big asset, right? So let's talk strategy, right? Long form YouTube. Number one, packaging. So you've actually like just what you're doing right now, man. If you just did this more often, like you can see these are doing pretty well. Like 600,
Mhm.
2.6K views. Yeah, it's not amazing, but like 6.3K views is not amazing. But like if you did this consistently, you'd naturally start to get more views and you'd already
Right.
do pretty well. And you've got like decent stuff so far. So all I would say, man, is just kind of you can use this as a reference because really what we do, the main things is we use adjacent channels, like adjacent niches or sports to actually go ahead and take ideas from and then use that to grow our channel, right? And so you can kind of use us as reference to basically do what we did within the volleyball niche, right? So for
Gotcha.
example,
Yeah.
we actually took something from the volleyball niche, this video that was a 5.2x outlier, meaning it did 5.2x times better than the other videos. How to choose the
Mhm.
best football position for you had 758,000 views, right? It was like the thumbnail was taken from a volleyball video, how to pick the best volleyball position that is best for you, how to pick the
Yeah,
volleyball
yeah.
position that is best for you, right? Because again, we saw this and we're like, okay, that could work. And that was one of the thumbnail variations, and it ended up beating all the other ones, right? And again, we got the idea from like, okay, what if we looked at other positional videos on other channels that did well and what the thumbnails for those were, and then we just copy that over to ours. And that was the
Right,
best
yeah.
one.
That
So
makes sense.
taking
Yeah.
things like that for thumbnail, title, all of that, it works for taking for addition sports niches. And you can do this for the packaging, the thumbnail, and the overall idea. And I'll show you how. So by the way, real quick, if you've got an audience or you're an expert or you are an educational content creator and you want myself, Harris's, and the team's help to be able to build and monetize your personal brand, go ahead and click the first link in the description and we'll see if we're a fit. The hook, for example, you can take again from a nation sport or even from a creator within your niche, as long
Mhm.
as they're like slightly different and it's a different video topic. So look at this intro for the video, how to choose the best position for you. Look at this.
Zoom out. Yeah.
So a bunch of Harris's, right? And it's like that.
Yeah.
Look at this other video here.
Oh yeah, yeah. I see that. Okay.
You see, it's a step. No, it's not the same video. It's not like pick your best position, but it's a very good video from a very like big YouTuber who in
Right.
within the niche, and he's kind of like entertainment based. So again, we can kind of take things from him, and it's a different topic of video, but we like the concept, right, of
I
doing this
see.
position because again, we searched that position within the niche of soccer. So again, it's like taking those little things, you take those elements from adjacent niches and like kind of combine them. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Last thing, idea, for example, and this is a really good thing you could do, man, probably within the volleyball niche as well, is you look for old bangers, like old videos that like this one, it got 2.6 million views, right? Posted 3 years ago. And a lot of these videos, because YouTube has evolved, a lot of them aren't that good. Like this video is not that
Right.
good. It's 2.6 million views, but it wasn't done that well. And all we did basically was took those and the team just basically did the video better, right? And yes, okay, we
Yeah,
haven't
yeah.
gotten as many views as them yet, but it's because like they had a much bigger channel at the time and it's been 3 years, right? Like this over time might get that many views as it gets because it's a very like evergreen type video. But the main thing is like you can take it and then see, okay, I think this video can be done better in this way and you make it you add your own spin to it. So if you watch the two videos, they're completely different, but the idea how to choose a position, where should you play? Oh, this one got 2.6 million views. It's probably a good idea to go for, right? So take the idea.
Yeah.
We took the idea from that. Then we look at maybe we search up position on football, right, or soccer, and then we see this video, and we're like, oh, that hook was very interesting. We could do that with Harris. And then we maybe say like, okay, what about the packaging and the thumbnails, and maybe part of it. And we're doing this for multiple, right? But this is the ones. These are the ones that won. The packaging and the
Hmm.
thumbnail. It's like, okay, let's search up maybe positions across different sports and see the best performing videos. What thumbnails did they do? And then can we copy that over and have those as variations? So that's a huge thing that you can do, man, within your niche because and it's proven, and that's why like it's exciting working with you as well because you're in the volleyball niche, which is a
Right.
sport, similar to soccer. And so like you can take these concepts and it works really, really well.
Yeah. I mean, I've even noticed that for like short form, I'll look at like
That's a big thing. Short form,
say,
same thing.
yeah, and I've
Yeah.
used his hooks for soccer. I made it into volleyball, and those have been some of my better performing videos. Is like
It's
using
so
that.
simple. It really
Yeah,
is.
see
Social
that
media
does
is that
work.
simple sometimes. Another thing you can include, man, especially when you start, because I noticed your videos are quite short, right? Even the long
Yeah.
ones are short. They're like minute and a
Right. Yeah.
half,
Yeah.
30 minutes. When you start doing it, add roadmaps, right? Because this helps, and visual roadmaps are really important. This helps to kind of for people to like really want to watch the rest of the video. So for example, here
Mhm.
we're talking, it's a skill video, like we're showing them 20 different skills. We show all the different skills. One thing we could have done better here is maybe put like numbers like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're showing them 20 different skills. We could show all the skills. And then we visually represent and give them a roadmap of all of the things. We're going to show you 1 star skills, 2 star skills, 3 star, 5 star. So they can tell like, this is everything I'm going to get. So you do that as a little bit as part of the hook. You give them a little bit of a roadmap of what to expect. That's one
Okay.
thing
Yeah.
that you can again still take from other videos. Include is really important.
Yeah. No, that's a great idea.
Cool. All right. Calls to actions. This is one thing again is going to be like it's if you don't do this, it's going to be really hard to be able to convert people. Is have a really clear link, which you do right now. You have your link for the school page, but
Right.
calls to actions within the videos. Like I would do two per video, one in the
Mhm.
middle and one at the end within the first 2 minutes. So after the hook and the first bit of value is served. So maybe after you've done the hook, you've explained what's going to go through, and then you maybe do like the first. Let's say you're doing 5 skills, you do the first skill, and then after that, you can maybe make a quick brief call to action to the first step in the funnel. We'll talk about the funnel later on, right? But for now,
Okay.
know that you got to make calls to actions within the videos and at the end of the video as well. And then same thing in your short form, even at the end of that video, like, hey, if you're this person, comment X or something like that, which you see we do a
Mhm.
lot with DTH, and that's through
Yep.
ManyChat. But again, doing that is going to help a lot to be able to get people through the flow of things. Yeah. Then the
Yes.
schedule I recommend, man, consistent schedule, minimum 1 time per week, max 3 times per week for YouTube, right? So at least once a week, can we post a bit of a longer video? If you start to do that, man, I think it's seriously gonna, and you do have the CTAs and you follow the
Mhm.
kind of processes that I'm talking about here, I think it's gonna, and you take adjacent stuff that works, you're gonna seriously build a really strong YouTube channel, which again, for building that number 1 channel in your niche or number 1 page in your niche and being that guy for volleyball is
Yeah.
big.
That's great. Yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of guys that do there's bigger like entertainment guys in volleyball, but not a lot of like education, and that could be the biggest education
And you can
coaching.
make way more than them by just doing the education and then having a course in the back end, which is what we do with all the soccer creators that have
Right.
like 10 million subscribers, probably make same amount as them because they're just making it off of views, but we're making it off of that. And we don't have to like constantly chase the views. Even though right now we're gunning to like basically building a channel that's going to be like big like that. But
Yep.
yeah,
Yep.
okay. Then in terms of short form, okay, so to summarize, right? Packaging, thumbnail, title, hook, first 30 seconds, idea, and roadmaps we can take from adjacent niches, adjacent
Mhm.
channels that do well and take different ideas from each. Don't copy the like the packaging, the hook, and the idea and the roadmap for one video, right? You don't want to do that, but take it from a bunch of different ones in adjacent niches. That works really well. Have a clear CTA 2 times per video and then post at least once a week.
Yep. Okay.
Okay.
Definitely do
Short
that.
form, I would do the same thing, man. Use the same strategy. So, did you want to add something there, by the way?
No, no, that's good. That makes
Okay,
sense.
cool. Short form, I would do the same thing, man. Except the hook becomes the first 5 seconds, and it's super, super crucial for short form. Like you got to stop the scroll, right? As the famous stop the scroll. So that's big for what we do. I think finding styles that work, like I can see you like you said, you're taking styles that maybe Harris does on short form and then trying to incorporate. That's a big thing. But big thing for short form is first 5 seconds. Ideation, I would really use TikTok. So if you go on TikTok and you go in the search feature
Hmm.
and then you click filter and then filter by likes in the last 30 days, you get the most liked videos within the niche of the last 30 days. And you can search up like volleyball training, for example, likes the last 30 days. You're going to get a bunch of videos that have recently gotten a lot of likes within the volleyball niche within the last 30 days. Why that's useful and why it's better than Instagram? Because on Instagram, if you look, like, if you look, for example, at ZTH, right? Um, we kind of naturally get decent views, even if the videos aren't the best, right? You're gonna get a couple
Right.
100,000 views. Like there's a base, right? But if you look at us on TikTok, it's not the same thing because on TikTok, the idea and the video actually being very good is a lot more important. You can see some are 41,000 views, 27,000, and some are
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
380,000. So
Big variety.
there's a lot more variation. Why? Yes, sure, there's a base amount of people that are going to watch it because it's Harris and all that. But the reason is because ideation, the actual idea being good is way more important. YouTube's kind of becoming more about that as well. It's like subscribers and followers doesn't matter that much. On Instagram it matters more, but on those other ones it doesn't matter as much. It's a lot more about do you actually have a really good idea and concept. So that's a really good place to get those ideas and concepts and then use it for the other niches. Yeah.
Yep, that makes sense.
And then you just have one CTA and then I would do at least one per day. So plan it
Yeah.
out so that you can do one per day. We even do 2 per day, but I think one per day minimum.
Okay.
Yeah.
One per day to start for sure. Yeah. That's kind of
Any
what I do now,
questions?
one per day. So
Sorry?
I basically do one per day now. I'm basically just adding in the YouTube portion now.
Yeah. All right. Then with that being said, we've then have the offer side of things, right? Here, I strongly believe, man, we don't need like a community because the thing with communities, there's a number of reasons that those like lower ticket recurring things don't work. It's amazing to think like you're just gonna have people paying you constantly and you're gonna
Yeah.
build up this like, but it's just not how it is. People just stop paying and then you just actually got like if it's $30 a month and your average person sticks around for maybe 3 4 months, which is really what you get with the school community, really you're just
Mhm.
making $100 per person, right? But you only get 30 up front, but you're really making 30 times 3 or 4, which is 90 to 120 bucks per person. Let's say average 100 bucks. That's really what you're making per person,
Right, right.
right? You're not having this built up recurring thing forever. No, it's just you're just getting it paid over time, right? And the thing is, what that does is like it gets people less committed, less perceived value as well. Like a $37 a month thing feels like like a Spotify subscription, not like an actual game changing program. It's gonna completely change their game. And then also just to
Mhm.
hit 20K a month, man, you need 540 paying kids every single month. It's like huge volume, right?
Right.
Hard to manage a lot of stuff, especially because they're looking for value every. It's kind of like the whole thing of like if you bought a book and then you instead of paying for the book and just getting the book and reading it, you paid for the you got the book, you read it, but then you have to pay for it like 6 months after you got it, and you're still paying for the book. It's like, but I already read it. Like I already got all the value. Why
Yeah,
am I
yeah.
still paying for it? It's kind of the same thing with these communities. You know what I mean?
Gotcha.
You don't
Okay.
really want that if there's like really a big recurring element to it and a recurring problem. So I would do like something like 397 up front because then they're gonna take it more seriously. There's also more exclusivity. Like right now with our program, there's a lot of like exclusivity. Like, are you able to get in? Like kids want to like get that 400 bucks or whatever to be able to buy it because they really like they want to be able to get in there. And there's this like
Yeah.
feeling of like exclusivity. Not everyone can get there. You can also like it just makes sense because you match how they consume the value, right? They pay 397, they get all the logins and access. They front load all the value. They immediately, like the moment they pay and get access that first month, they're getting 90% of the value, right? So it
Yes,
makes
that's
sense
true.
that you
Yeah.
charge the most in that first month, right? And then also you
Right.
only need 51 signups a month to hit 20K a month, right? 10 times fewer customers.
Gotcha.
And
Yeah.
it's already proven in the North American sports niche. And honestly, your parents, I think, are going to be like the parents of the kids in the volleyball niche are going to be probably richer than the parents in the soccer niche. And so,
Hmm.
like, this is already a
Yeah,
proven.
they
So,
spend a
so
lot
why
of
not
money.
even more? In that case, like, why not do 3,000? But because like this amount is proven already, and it's like reasonable for a course like that, especially if you do what I'm going to go over now, which is bridge sell instead of commoditized selling.
Hmm. Okay, yeah. Yeah, that's what I was wondering with the price. Like 397 seems fair to me. Like I wonder if I can charge more or do I just start with 397 and then get up more like testimonials, proof, and then maybe up the price later on.
Yeah, yeah. Wait, ask that again one more time.
Basically, I was saying like it's 397 I think is a good fair price. I'm wondering if I should like start there and eventually charge more, or do I just, kind
You
of see how it
could. It
goes?
depends. What we do now is we just keep the 397 and we do like sales because we found those to be really effective. But I mean, let's start for now at charging that and then we can, go from
See
there,
from
right?
there. Okay, yeah.
Yeah. Okay. With that being said, a big thing I want to talk about, man, is right now, for example, and this will like tie into the funnel thing. There's a difference between commoditized selling and bridge selling. So if I open up like a Miro board actually to show you, um, I'll give you an example. It's just to like draw. I'm not very talented at drawing, but just to show you. So, for example, we have, let's say, and we've kind of gone over this before, right? But you've got, does this draw? No. Where's the drawing thing?
Little post-it notes, right? Is that what it is?
Yeah, there we go. Perfect. Okay. So ultimately, when we're selling someone, they're here, which is island A, and they want to get to here, which is island B. So they suck at volleyball, they want to get really good at volleyball. They suck at soccer, they want to get really good at soccer. Like if you put it really
Mhm.
simply, they don't have money, they want to get to 10K a month, right? Ultimately. Okay. Now, there's two kind of ways of selling. I see there's commoditized and then there's bridge selling. So bridge selling I talk about is like it's kind of like taking Hormozi's concepts and basically what you want to do is instead of just selling them like they're here and they want to get here, instead of just going up to them and saying like, hey, like you're at point A, I'm going to give you a school community and you're going to pay 30 bucks a month and I'm going to teach you how to train volleyball.
Mhm.
That's not a perfect bridge to get here. Maybe that's this, right? They see it as this, but they still see a bunch of other problems to get there, right? What we want to do is, and I'm going to erase this. Where's the erase thing? There we go. What we want to do is actually go ahead and create this bridge that covers everything. So not just sell this, but then sell this, and then this thing, and then this thing, and then this thing. That solves every single little problem. So they're over here on Island A, they now have a bridge to get over to B, and they see how your offer can get them here. And that's very valuable because then you can sell this instead of selling a school community, you sell
Mhm.
being the best volleyball player on their team, right? And so how you do that is first of all you get clear on all the problems they're going to have as kind of like the Hormozy method, which we've gone over, right? Like getting clear on the
Right.
problems, turning it into solutions, packaging those solutions. But if you look at, for example, our program, how we did it. And you can kind of, again, because you're in a sports niche, you can look at it adjacently. Yes, we have this, which would basically be like your school community, right? Or your course or whatever. It's just course stuff, right? But
Right,
then
right.
there's other problems that are going to come up, right? So you've got, for example, maybe like, okay, if I have questions, okay, then you get weekly coaching, right? You'll be able to speak with Harris. Okay, but what about like once I get good, let's say I go through this, all right, finally I'm good, I'm more confident, I'm better, like I've answered, got my questions answered, like I'm feeling really good. How am I gonna like, okay, I want to become the best player on my team and sign for a pro academy. So I want to sign for a pro academy. How am I going to do that? I don't even know where do I contact them? Or okay, we'll give you the contacts. Okay, cool.
Mhm.
But then like I want to like I was like gonna I don't know. Do I maybe I need more support or maybe I need to understand how they live. Okay, cool. We'll give you full pro player interviews so that you can learn from them how they did it, right? So you're more likely to do well in those trials. Okay, but what about when I'm on the actual tryout for the team? We'll give you an ultimate trial day guide. Again, so all these little bridges
Gotcha.
covering
Yeah, I
every
see that.
single thing.
Hmm.
We'll show you even what it's like behind the scenes at a pro academy so that you know when you get there, you live like you know how to live like a pro before you go pro, right? Yeah, it's all and then. Oh, but what if I get injured while I'm doing all of this? Injury prevention recovery. How do I eat, right? Again, we cover it, right? Harris looking like a chef right there. And then community on top of everything to make sure that they're accountable and they're with like-minded people, right? So again, we built that little bridge. There's everything they need to get
Yeah,
there.
that's very good. That looks very good. Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
that's one thing I think if you do that, it's easy to sell for 397 because it's like
Yeah.
I've got everything like this is amazing. Like this is exactly what I need. And then they're no longer thinking about like, do I pay 37 bucks for cause school community or do I just like go out for dinner? What do I do?
Right.
Or rather than like I need 400 bucks because this is going to change my life. Like this is going to cover everything. And also you just build a better product as well because you're like now we need to deliver on this, right? And so we actually cover like that in the program and we cover all the different things, right? So I
Mhm.
would go do a rewatch of Elixir Genesis, the offer creation, because I think that's going to really help you to understand like that bridge selling and like getting them where they want to be. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Any questions on that?
Because I think the good thing is I feel like I mostly have that ready anyway. Like the product I have is like make you better so you can play in college is the goal.
Yeah.
I have like a college recruiting course in there. I have like a social media course in there for they can make their own little profiles so that they can get recruited. So like
Yeah,
I
that's
think I
all.
have all the steps. I think it's the way that I'm marketing it that has been the issue probably.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing with marketing. You gotta like be very clear and easy to understand. Otherwise, if you don't tell people about it, it doesn't matter if you have the best product in the world. With that being said, the last thing to cover the marketing is the value video funnel. So I wouldn't do the school about page because that's basically just like a brochure. It's just like here's what's inside, right? So if we go look
Mhm.
at this, it's just like, oh, that's not good.
Oh, weird. Oh, maybe my link changed recently or something. I don't
We
think
definitely don't
okay.
want that, man. So we definitely want to fix that. But
I'll
anyway,
fix
I took a
that.
screenshot earlier when it was ready. I think maybe from your Instagram.
Yeah,
But
that's
yeah,
probably what it is. Yeah.
yeah. So the school about it's just like a brochure. It's just like, hey, here's everything inside. It assumes someone's already sold. It assumes like we've gone over this before, but it assumes that someone is here, ready to
Mhm.
buy now, right? Or maybe they've gone through here and now they're here, right? What we want to do is take people through this. This doesn't take people through this. It just assumes someone is here and hopes your content does it, right? And so what we really want to do is have a funnel that takes someone from being like just having a need and not even knowing they have a problem, or just being aware of their problem, I need to improve at volleyball, or just like wanting to figure out like what's the best volleyball program and take them into the next stage so that you have this predictable way of bringing people to I'm ready to buy now. Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is most kids are really just curious, but they're unconvinced, right? So this is not going to convert them. 397 as well is not an impulse buy like 37 might be, right? Parents or kids, they
Right.
actually like need an experience that creates urgency, shifts their beliefs, builds trust, right? An about page doesn't answer like a bunch of questions, right? Of like why should I
Yeah,
do this?
yeah.
Why now? Why with you? All of those things. Now, what the value video funnel does, and I'm going to go through, is basically you have an opt-in page, collect their email, you have a value video, you have a sales page and then a checkout, right? Which is what we have, right? So if you go through, this is our sales page, and then we have the checkout after this. What that does is, first of all, you collect their email before giving any value. So that way you already, like the people who are here, they might click through, right? The people who are over here, they might click through and you collect their email at least. Even if they don't buy, you've now got them more in your ecosystem. You can follow up,
Mhm.
right? Super simple. Headline, promise, email capture, right? Then you want to actually go ahead and so I can actually show you, for example, right now we've switched it a little bit. We're actually testing like a more direct funnel directly to this, especially because we're doing a sale at the moment.
Yeah, yeah.
But I can show you the old one later. But like the main thing is like you get the opt-in, collect the email. Then from there, they actually get the free thing. This is another big thing, and I'll talk about it in the advantages, but you can market instead of being like join my school community, which is like, okay, cause getting me to buy something, you can market it as like watch my free masterclass, which is again
Right.
something free, right? And then you sell with story and persuasion. You shift their beliefs, you show proof, you build like the 397 as the only logical choice, and you feel like they're being guided, not just like blindly pitched. It's like giving you value, and that's what we have on our actual, you know, video that we
Yeah,
even
yeah.
posted on
I've seen the
YouTube as
value
well.
video from Harris. Yeah, it's very good. So like the
Yeah, at this point, it's got 1 million views as well because it just was like
wow.
very well written. So that, yeah, it's got 1 million views. It's made a lot of money, right? Because it's really half of just mostly just a pitch, but it's taking people through the buying journey, right? It's taking a bunch of people from, just kind of interested to like, yeah, I need to do this, right? Then you've got the sales page, which I showed you, which expands on the VSL. It gives you like written proof, testimonials, removes frictions, makes it easy, adds urgency, scarcity, and then just a clean checkout, right? Again, I would go through this to know the value video funnel. Here we go. I break it down in
Yeah,
depth
yeah.
on like
Okay.
what you need on everything, and then the actual funnels themselves that you can copy over. It's gonna do a lot better because then you can actually sell at 397. You can't just sell at 397 but just slap it 397 price point. You want to have an actual video that like can sell people, right? And videos work really well as well because people are watching you on video on YouTube, and now they're just gonna continue watching the video view, so it makes sense. Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
The advantage of doing this, man, is that you can pitch something free in your videos. You can pitch way more because you're saying like, go check out my free this, free masterclass, free that. So you can pitch a whole lot more than just like my school community, which feels kind of like, oh, if I keep pitching it, it feels bad. Whereas with this, it's a free thing. Why you can pitch them whenever, right?
Right, right,
Build
yeah.
an email list as well that you can do sales with, which with men like especially once you start to get consistent sales with the 397, we'll walk you through like our sales process where you like do sales almost every month if you want to, and it'd be like double or triple revenue every time we do a sale, right? And you can do them
Okay.
like every 2 months. You basically just double your revenue pretty much by doing them. So build an email list so you have people who are like more, you can nurture, educate even more. You can actually charge 397 as well and convert because you're not going to do that if you just have not as much as you can if you just put 397 on this. And then you also build goodwill because you're pitching something free and like people actually
Yeah.
like this, hence why it got, 1 million views. Like if you do it well, create the masterclass video well, you're actually teaching people and helping people and people are happy with it. So it builds goodwill. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Cool, man. And then you ultimately, what that does is it takes people, because people are going to click on it for the free masterclass, whether they're here, not problem, or they just know they have a need to be better. Maybe problem is like they know they need to get better at football. They're like, they suck at football. That's their problem. Or maybe, or volleyball, or whatever. Information gathering mode is like, okay, I need to get better at this. I need to find the best program for it and ready to buy now. They're like ready to buy. You're going to take all these people and move them up through the funnel. And if they don't buy yet, then you've got their email list, which you can then move them up along here, right? So it's a lot more
Definitely.
effective. Make sense?
Yeah, sure. So I'm wondering like if I'm gonna get to work pretty much like ASAP, the first thing or one of the first things I should do is make my value video, make that good, get the funnel set up. I'm thinking like emails, I'll collect them for now, but I'll probably just maybe I
Yeah,
won't
you can collect
look
emails.
at that yet because it's like an extra, you know what I mean? Like just kind of get out there and then focus on the emails afterwards or
Yeah, no, you can put like an email list out there just to start collecting it while you finish up your offer and build the value video funnel. And then once you launch it, you don't need to just collect random emails. You'll collect that emails through the value video funnel.
gotcha. But I
Yeah.
meant like in terms of like, if when you guys collect emails, I'm sure you have like a sequence that you send out and all that. Should I get
Yeah.
that prepared too before I launch? Should I do that afterwards or
Before you launch the value video or before you just start collecting
before I
emails?
launch the value video?
Yeah, I would get that ready because that's quick. You can do it in like a day.
Okay,
Just get those six
gotcha.
emails ready to go.
That's true. Yeah.
Um, and get us to review and approve all of it. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Extra questions. Is it okay to use Linktree? I'll tell you, man, if you do the value video well, you're only going to want to send people to one place. You're not going to
Hmm.
want to send people to anywhere else. Because if you do it well, it's going to be the most profitable thing you have and do. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can, it's fine. It's okay for now. I would keep it to maximum 1 or 2 links. But I'm telling you, if you do the value video well and you sell for 397, like you're like, there's no way you could convince us to send people anywhere else other than just like the funnel. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah.
Because it's
I
what
guess I
makes
asked
money.
mainly because like I have like other things that I do too with my like platform, I guess, like discounts to different
Yeah.
sports, whatever. So like maybe I just fade that out eventually over time.
Yeah, over time, like you're not going to want to do that because you're going to see you make the most money from educational content through
Exactly.
like
Yeah.
selling the
Right.
courses. Yeah.
No.
And then with that being said, I don't know about payments through school. We do WAP, I think it is, just having a checkout. As long as you have a really simple, easy to use checkout. The thing is with schools is recurring. I don't think you can do one time yet.
Yeah.
So I would just use something like Stripe or WAP and
Okay.
connect it
I
to
have
your.
Stripe, so maybe I'll just use Stripe.
Yeah. And then I've kind of gone over why not the recurring model, right? As
Yeah.
much as you think it's like, oh, this is amazing and it's going to like save the business or whatever and I mean something that's like recurring and you get paid every month and it's nice, it's not really quite like that, right? People stay
Yeah.
3, 4 months, which on average is probably the school community. They're just paying you over time, right? It's like $100 or whatever. You might as well have charged them up front 400 and they're
Yeah.
more
No, that
happy
makes
with it because
sense.
they got the value.
And I might as well try because I've done the recurring model for 2 years now and it hasn't changed much. So I might as well try something different and
Yeah.
see.
Yeah, exactly, man. All
Okay, yeah.
right. Any questions there, man?
No, that all sounds good. I think it's just have a bunch of work to do. Luckily I have mostly the program is pretty much good to go. I just have to do the marketing side of things, value video,
Cool.
all that. So
Cool, man. All right. Was that helpful?
yeah, that was really helpful. I think it gave me some good action steps to do, measurable steps to do. So I think I just have to like rewatch some of those videos in the program and then kind of just start doing it.
Cool, man. Sounds good. All right, let's get to work then, man.
Perfect.
Okay. Thank you, Carl. Appreciate it, man. If you're an educational content creator or expert and you want help like this to be able to build and monetize your audience, then go ahead and click the first link in the description to apply to work with myself and the team. Like and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one.